Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
Good morning to you, Coffee Ann on ON Radio. Tuesday morning, it is August 15th. Thanks for joining us. My name's Joe Callahan. We'll say good morning to Linda Tebow. Good morning to you, Linda.
Good morning.
And Ed Carew is here as well. Hello, Ed.
Hello there, Joe.
Nice to have both of you here with us. And it's time for a first message from the Carew Investment Group. So it's all you, Ed.
Okay.
It's all Ed all the time.
No. Please, no.
I know.
All right, thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. The Carew Investment Group offers you personal management of investment accounts, depending on what you're looking for, whether it be to enhance your current income, a 401k rollover, or retirement income. We'll put together a plan just for you. We focus on using quality, dividend-paying stocks of companies that you know, investment-quality bonds, and exchange-traded mutual funds, and use the advantages offered by IRAs. You can contact Paul or you can contact me at the Carew Investment Group anytime for a free, no-obligation portfolio review of your current holdings at 765-8880. Our current office, yeah, right. We have 75 of them.
Yeah, branching out, Ed.
Yeah, really, yeah. Our office is at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket, and the phone number is 765-8880. You can also email me at ed@carewinvestmentgroup.com or visit the website at www.carewinvestmentgroup.com. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
All right, Ed, very good. So before we get to the important stuff, we're going to do the frivolous stuff first here.
Okay.
I don't know, Ed, you probably haven't seen it. Linda, maybe you have. The editorial cartoon in today's Call newspaper.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, Ed, have you seen it?
Oh, no.
All right, I'm going to pass it around. You two take a look at it. Because, I like to think of myself as a semi-intelligent person, and I just don't get it. So what it is, if you haven't seen it, it's the outline of the state of Ohio, all right? And inside the state is the Roadrunner and the Coyote from the cartoon.
Okay.
You can see the Coyote looking into a hole that is in the shape of the Coyote. And what I just noticed a few minutes ago, on the feathers of the Roadrunner, you can see it says abortion rights.
Yeah.
So has something happened in Ohio that I'm not aware of? And how does this make any sense? And is it funny in any way? So you just took a look at Linda. Do you get it? Do you understand?
No, I didn't get it.
I don't get it either.
I didn't get it, but look at the
because
feathers again.
the Roadrunner and the Coyote always took place in the desert. And Ohio is not a desert state.
No.
So Ed's taking a look at it now.
Didn't they just have a vote about something, though?
I don't know. Ed?
I thought they had some kind of vote,
A vote
about
about
abortion
abortion.
rights, but I didn't
And
follow the
And I
vote.
think they won.
The abortion rights people won? Is that
I
what
think
that is
so.
that what that cartoon means?
I don't know what that cartoon means, but it's very vague. But I think
It's-
they did just have a vote on something about.
Yeah, I don't
the
know
state.
who won,
I think
but I would think it has something to do,
to do with that.
Well, judging by the cartoon, because the Roadrunner is smiling, you can't see the Coyote. You can only see the hole in the ground in the outline of the Coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if the Roadrunner is abortion rights, that means the Coyote is abortions, I guess. So, and they've fallen through the
well,
ground,
Did they win over the?
and the rights have won over the
Yeah.
the
The
other.
Rights of one.
Yeah.
I would think
Yeah.
the rights of one about being able to get an abortion
Right.
rather than, and the Coyote lost
Yeah.
The battle.
by
Yeah.
it not being able to be banned. That's my interpretation
Yeah.
of
So,
that.
all right. So the Coyote is basically falling, and he's trying to fall on the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
And missed, like he always does. It falls through the ground. All right. That is a real long explanation.
again.
It is not very funny.
Just now.
Maybe in Ohio they're laughing like crazy.
And it's probably completely wrong.
This
And
is
maybe
probably the most vague thing because
I was
You
hoping there'd
have
be a
to
little
have-
caption.
I mean, it's really hard to see that. It
You
says
have-
abortion on those feathers.
Abortion rights is what
Abortion
it
rights
says
on
on the
those
feathers.
feathers.
Yeah, you have to really look for it.
I think even with my cheaters, it would be hard.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So the determination is it's not very funny. Is what it comes
Well,
down
I think when
to.
it takes this much effort to try to figure out what it's all about,
Yeah, it's
the
not.
message
It hasn't
is not
worked.
getting across very well.
And I understand the call. They get these from their syndication, and
Yeah.
okay, here's our cartoon for the day. Run it.
Yeah.
Okay, and there it is. So, if you have a better explanation, I'd love to hear it. 766-1240. All right, Ed.
Yes,
the July economic data is on the horizon, so it's
I
coming,
see it.
right? You see it? It's
I see
coming.
it out there.
Anything surprising coming our way, or anything good coming our way over the horizon?
I don't know. They haven't.
They haven't released
announced
anything
it
yet. All right. Do you expect anything?
No.
No. Okay.
Not really. No, not expecting anything drastic in one direction or the other.
Okay. Well, we'll just look forward to what's anything coming out this week in terms of data or information.
Yeah, there's stuff that comes out every week.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
there is some. There's still earnings going on. Like Home Depot reported earnings this morning. They were good earnings.
They were good. All right.
But on the negative side, China cut interest rates overnight because their economy is slowing. It's slowing more than they expected.
Mm-hmm.
So they cut interest rates, and that's a negative. Our market is probably going to open lower, although there might be a number coming out at 8:30 this morning that's going to change it all around, So, but yeah, the pre-market earlier this morning was negative by about 200 points on the Dow, which is like, who cares? It's 30 stocks. And not exactly a bellwether, in my opinion.
All right. Well, we'll look for. We'll see what happens when
Next
when the
week, I
stocks
believe
open.
it's next.
Yeah.
Next week. Well, yeah, we're in August. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's next week. The Federal Reserve meets in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a regular Fed meeting, but and they won't have it's not like they're going to decide to do anything with interest rates, but that's an annual thing that they have. So that's usually a big thing, that's when they kind of like let out a little bit of information about what their plans are.
Yeah. Okay.
So that might be something to look at. And August is a crappy month for the market. All right, so don't expect
Not
a
much
great-
happens.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
everybody's the traders are on vacation.
Right,
This
right.
is like before they go back to school.
Yep.
The whole thing. They take the time off.
It's got to
And,
lay low.
especially in a year when the first 6 months have been so good.
Yeah.
They say, well, we can afford to take a month off right here. So you've got August being a usually not that good of a month, and September can go either way.
Okay.
It's either the worst month of the year or it ends
That's
up being a good month. Yeah, you just don't know.
All right. On another note, Linda, Ed, have you ever been to Jackson Hole,
I
Wyoming?
have, actually.
Have you been there, Ed?
No.
Yeah.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's one
It's
of those
it's
beautiful
amazing.
places
It looks
that I've
beautiful
ever
Oh,
on
it
TV
is.
because they keep showing
it is,
It's
especially coming
astounding.
from Rhode Island, this little state of
Yeah.
ours. When I was
Were you there in
tra-
the wintertime or the summer?
I actually
Because it's a big skiers
both.
area.
Actually, both.
Okay.
Actually, both. When I traveled a lot with my
Yeah.
orthopedic nurses, we went out that way a lot, and for me to see some of that. It was absolutely
breathtaking up
beautiful.
there.
And I remember one night we decided, in the daytime, we were in Jackson Hole, and the few of us said, well, we're going to walk there because it's only over there, it's only over there. Well, over there ended up being several miles because I was, oh my God,
Yeah.
but we could see where we wanted to go,
but it was miles away.
But oh my God, it was magnificent.
Mhm.
Absolutely beautiful country out
Yes,
there.
but
Absolutely
but
gorgeous.
expensive.
Yeah.
Because the quote unquote the beautiful people
Yeah,
vacation there, and there's
Yes, they
$1 million
do. Oh
homes
my God.
all over
All
the
over
place. So
yeah. It's really breathtaking.
Yes.
I remember, just looking and saying, oh my God, it's a little Rhode Island and this
oh yeah,
huge place.
I had breakfast in Jackson Hole, Wyoming once,
Yeah.
and it was actually very good.
Yeah, no, it was really.
It is. It's nice.
very,
I
very
recommend visiting at least
Yeah.
once.
Beautiful country. Don't walk.
Make sure you drive.
It's just down the road a piece.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
exactly. And they said just Down the road a piece. Yeah.
It's funny
right.
when you can see it.
It was
Oh,
like,
okay. I guess it's not that far.
You know, don't do it. Don't do it.
It's funny. I was there in the summertime, and so every other establishment was like a rafting place. Get your rafting equipment, oars, rafts,
Yeah, yeah.
backpacks,
Yeah.
helmets.
Yeah, I
all
mean,
that-
it's
all that
definitely
stuff.
outdoor country.
Oh, it is.
It's
It is.
definitely-
But it's beautiful out there.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, other things going on here back closer to home. On the sports front, David Krejci retired for the
Yes.
Boston Bruins yesterday.
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah.
He said he was gonna. He
Yeah.
said he was going to. Played his entire career in Boston. He was actually down in Providence too. I forgot about that.
Was he?
Yeah, went down there for and then came up
Yeah.
and stayed his entire career here. Although he had that 1 year where he went back to Croatia or wherever he's from and played 1 year there, and they came back to the Bruins. But great player, certainly will be missed now that him and Bergeron are both gone. Okay, it's time to look to the young people.
Well, hockey is, you need young legs.
Yeah,
I think if they're smart, they'll go out on top of their,
and he is. Bergeron's going on the top of his game.
on the
too,
top
so.
of their game. I think that's smart.
So I was, happy for him and his family. And the other sporting news yesterday: Ezekiel Elliott is coming to the New
Yeah.
England Patriots.
That's a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Running
I'm not
back,
familiar with
former
that.
running back with the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
He's only 28, so he's right
He's
there
still
in
young,
prime
yeah,
football
Yeah. Oh, that's
running thing. And there's nothing wrong with him. There's no injuries. At least not that
Yay.
I'm aware of.
good. Yeah.
So this is a good thing. So hopefully Belichick and Bill O'Brien can play to his strengths and see if we can get a decent running game going this year. So because it keeps Mac Jones from throwing the ball, just hand it off and let someone else run.
But Zappy didn't do such a. In that
Well,
preseason, huh?
it's a preseason game.
Yeah.
so
No, I know.
You can't
Yeah.
judge
All
anything
the
by
good
that.
guys aren't in there.
That's
You
right.
want
And
them to
then
get hurt.
it's always the next day. Okay, this guy
Yeah.
cut and cut. Not
I think
him
the best
though.
news
But
of all is the Smithfield Little Leaguers.
that is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
That they're there. It's always great when the team from Rhode Island is representing
Yeah.
Rhode Island
Yeah.
in the Little League World Series. They'll play
Yeah.
tomorrow,
I
3 in
know.
the afternoon. If
Yeah.
you want to catch it, it'll be on ESPN as they play a team from Henderson, Nevada. So that'll be
We'll
great.
see. We'll see.
And I think they'll do well because they kept saying, they went into a tough division playing the teams from Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey, and they lost their first game.
Yes, they do.
This is double elimination too.
Yeah.
They said, these teams from New York, they're so good because they have so many kids to pull from.
Right.
So there's real strong players, and then they won
They
that
did.
championship game 7-1 with such
7-1. That was
authority.
awesome. Well, I still haven't understood why
Why what?
they pulled. Why were we pulled out of New England and into a Metro League?
Um,
That doesn't even make sense.
Dave kind of
Could you
explained
make
it.
sense out of it?
No, it makes sense to
We're
somebody
from
else.
New England.
I know it
We're
makes
from
sense to
New
somebody
England.
who's not from New England, for whatever reason. And the way it was kind of explained to me was, well, we've had a long string of strong teams
Yeah.
coming out of Rhode
So
Island.
you get punished for that?
Kind of. But we're taking you and we're putting you into a tougher division
Yeah.
to see if you can cut it amongst the better players. Looking at Mass, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, well, they're not quite as good as you, so we're going to put you in with Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey, where the better players are. This is the
we
way it was
showed
explained to me. Well, I guess thinking they'd go there and lose, and they went there and won. So I'm waiting for the big Rhode Island versus Maine, because Maine represents New England. Rhode Island versus Maine to go to the championship game against whoever the international team happens to be,
Oh.
which would
Well,
make
it's still-
Little League
it
officials
still doesn't
very upset if it comes down to Rhode Island versus
from
Maine.
New England.
I know, and it makes no sense
No.
because Maine's going to be wearing the jerseys that say NE on them, and Rhode Island's going to be wearing shirts that say Metro, on them.
They already have them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Metro.
that's where you start wearing now.
Yeah.
So we're part of the Metro New York area.
Oh yeah, we really belong with New York. I mean, yeah, we're like this.
But
we're
that's
so close. Yeah.
that's beside the point. We're going to put it to the side.
Well, we'll
Maybe they'll explain it when they do the broadcast on ESPN of why Rhode Island is part of New York. I don't know.
Well, I
But,
took offense to that.
Well, okay. As long as they keep winning,
Well, as long as they
that's all. That's
keep
all
winning,
that
yeah.
matters for
Oh,
that.
good luck
so-
to them.
and
Good
best,
luck
yes,
to them.
best of luck to them. All right, let's take a break here on the Coffee and program. So, Ed, time for a second message from the Carew Investment Group.
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group, 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Telephone number is 765-8880. And you know, they say in business you won't last long if you don't know what you're doing. And if that's truly the case, well, we must know a thing or two. We've been in the investment business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments.
I mean, he's got 75 branches, Linda. He must be knowing what he's doing.
That's right. He's growing by the day. At the Carew Investment Group,
He's a big
we
corporate
employ
guy.
a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies, of many of which pay quarterly dividends, and we look for opportunities that we expect will go up in value, not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibilities seriously and always place our client first in any investment decision. So if you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call me at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Wait till Bolton Global finds out you have 75 offices, Ed.
They're
They're
going to
not
move
gonna
him
know
into
where
the
they
Metro
are.
League. They're going to put you in the
The
Metro,
Metro
League. You better
League.
watch out.
Really? Yeah, they're going to want to know what all the offices are.
Ed, can we speak to you? All right, more coffee hands coming your way. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Kathleen LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket.
Hi, this is Joanne Forcier Hebert, calling for all classmates of Woonsocket High School class of 1978. Come help us celebrate our 45th reunion at Bella's Restaurant in Glendale, Friday, September 15th from 5 to 10. Looking forward to sharing memories of our past and creating new ones. Please call Linda Barad Senical at 401-766-3134 for more information. We also have a Facebook page, Woonsocket High Class of 1978, to find out more information also. Hope to see you there.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England. All right, it's Coffee In here on ON Radio. Joe Callahan with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew just talking off air that the housing situation in Rhode Island and around the United States is it's still a seller's market, Ed, right?
Yes, it is.
And the reason that is just a shortage of homes.
Shortage of homes available for sale. Not
I see. Not shortage of
necessarily a
homes.
Shortage of homes.
Okay, the ones that are for sale
Yeah.
is the shortage, yeah. It's almost to the point where you don't even have to list the house. You just tell a realtor, hey, I'm selling my house, and they got people waiting. Say, what do you have? Okay, we'll just
Pretty much. A friend of mine just sold his house. A friend of mine from New York, Delmar, New York.
Yep.
He moved to North Carolina, and put his house for sale. He asked $399 for it. It was a nice house. I guess housing may not be as expensive where he was. It's near Albany, New York. And really nice house. He put it for sale for $399. This was on a Wednesday. They put a sign up, open house this weekend. On Thursday, somebody drove by, saw it, and offered $459, and that was it. Never went
No
to the
need,
open
for,
house.
no need for an open house.
No,
Wow.
there's
Wow, how about that?
No bank financing, nothing. They just
Here's a
okay.
check.
pretty much.
Wow.
All they had to do was wait for
Wow.
a closing date.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Now, did he buy a house in North Carolina?
Bought a house in North Carolina
And what did
about
that
a year
go
and
for?
a half ago.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was the same.
Well, it was just under $400,000. It was a
Yeah.
brand new built.
Built house. Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. So yeah, that's what's going on with the housing market. It's,
Yeah.
If you want to
Interesting,
sell,
interesting. I
it's
just
your
thought
market.
because of the interest rate.
Yeah, well, you know, you're right. The interest rate has something to do with the housing shortage and the sale of homes. But like I was saying,
Yeah.
people that have currently have a home and a 3 or 3.5 or 4% mortgage don't want to move up to some other
7%,
home
yeah.
and get a 7% mortgage.
Yeah.
So they just renovate the current home that they have.
Fix it up.
So there's no availability of homes, less, fewer availability
Well,
of
it's good
homes
to know,
on the
though,
market.
it's still a seller's market.
Mm-hmm. Well, I get stuff in the mail, and I even get text messages. Do you want to? And they have my name and they have my
Sell your
address.
house, yeah, yeah.
You want to sell your house, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I'll ask Ed. Is this a good idea? Well, if I ever get a text message like that, should I say, "Sure thing"? The first 10 million takes it.
No.
Don't do that.
No,
'Cause I'm worried you
don't-
might say, "Okay."
Don't do that. No, they won't say that.
they won't, okay.
No, they won't say okay.
I might
But they're
wa-
going to say, this guy's a clown.
Well, I thought it was a different way of saying I don't want to sell right now. But if you want to give me 10 million for the house, okay, I'll sell it. But I just don't think they will.
Yeah, we get that all the time, too.
Yeah.
We
Realtors
always
calling
get that too,
and
yeah,
texting. And
Yeah.
There's one guy that calls every week.
Yeah.
Every single week for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
What part of no doesn't he get? Or not yet? All right. So on the national front, Trump was indicted. Is it 13 charges?
10,
10 down in Georgia?
Georgia.
Okay. My theory on all of this is there's so many indictments that have come down against Trump that people have gotten sick of it, and they're not even paying attention. And it really doesn't affect, especially his supporters, who are not even paying attention, who don't believe the indictments anyway. So people are not going to jump off of his bandwagon. In fact, more people might jump on it. My theory, people might jump on his bandwagon because they may see it as it's kind of like a good conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory against. There's so much stuff against him that none of it can be true. So we're gonna vote him in just to show you.
Ooh, I don't see that happening.
No, okay.
I
All
think
right.
his tried and true supporters, those with the red hats and everything, they're going to stay with him. But I don't envision people jumping on his bandwagon
All right.
because of it. I think people are, another indictment. I think we're
They
tired.
don't even hear it anymore.
You're tired of hearing it,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't want to make me jump on,
No,
this
okay.
bandwagon.
Will he get more fans, Ed, more support because of all these indictments? It's working in reverse.
I think it's going to solidify the people who are on his side anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to drive them to be more for him.
I agree with that. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with these. Now, I heard something, I think it was yesterday, could have been the day before. I don't know if you've heard it, but is it possible that Trump is kicking around the idea of taking RFK Jr. as his running mate? Did you hear that?
No, I haven't.
Did you? I heard, okay, I did.
Really?
And I have no idea if it's real serious that he's considering RFK for his running mate,
But
which
is
is odd because RFK is a Democrat.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, but is RFK considering?
Well, I haven't heard from him his
my
his
gosh.
side at
Yeah.
all
Oh my
on
gosh.
this,
I
and
have not heard that one.
okay, and it just Trump was just he was praising him as much as he praises anybody. He was saying he's a very smart man. He's a very smart guy, and I don't know if he means just overall intelligence or he likes his policies or what he said so far. So, but wouldn't that be something if he picked RFK as his running mate? Because does he have that much of a chance to beat out Joe Biden to get the nomination?
RFK?
RFK, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you haven't heard a whole lot about him.
Not yet.
Hopefully, we want to learn more in debates or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I really can't see Joe Biden being president for one more term. I've got a tough time seeing him getting through this term.
Okay. So your thinking is he won't get the Democratic nomination next year? Is it next year?
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, 24. Okay.
24.
I think his support from behind the scenes isn't as strong as it appears to be in front. Like people are saying, "Oh yeah, Joe Biden," rah, rah, rah.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, people are concerned about him.
Yeah.
People in a position to look around for someone else to to put in there. I mean, a lot of weird things can happen in the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even count out Hillary Clinton.
Well, no.
You know,
I don't count her out. I
that's
don't count out Michelle Obama.
Um,
There's a grassroots campaign always to bring her to the
There's
forefront.
always that, but she has never shown any interest.
Any interest? Okay. Well, you never know, though.
Yeah.
Okay. The latest I heard from Biden is he's just taking his latest criticism against Biden was I think a reporter asked him about all the fires that were going on in Hawaii, and he just said he didn't have a comment. Just no comment. I'm like, you couldn't say, gee, that's terrible, or that's really bad, or we're going to send money or something over there to help out these people. It was just nothing. I'm like, well, that's odd
Yeah.
that he would say something, but maybe it goes back to his handlers are telling him don't say anything about it yet because we haven't written anything for you of what to actually say. All right, but in terms of a presidential run, and just to be different, I would actually love to see a Trump RFK ticket. I think that would be awesome to see what happens. You're not too enthused about it?
I don't know.
I can't see.
You can't see it
I
happening?
can't see a Kennedy running with him.
Really?
It was possible.
I mean, well,
Of course
He
it
could be
is.
saying nice things about him just to get some Democrats that are leaning toward RFK rather than Biden to try to get them to be on
his
own
side?
Yeah. I mean, the one guy
Okay.
that I so far been impressed with, but I've only seen a few ads. I really
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen any debate. Don't really know his platform. Is Burgum or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's from. It might be Idaho or somewhere out there, some Midwestern state. He's a governor.
Okay.
And he's a Republican. And the things he's saying are, so far, it's only in an ad, so you get to see him for a minute.
Yeah.
But he's somewhat impressive, or he's a guy I'd like to know more about.
All right. So I haven't seen any of those ads. The only ads I've seen so far are for Chris Christie.
Yeah.
Have hit the airwaves. And does he say I'm the only man that can beat Biden, or
I think
does he say Trump?
I don't know.
I'd have to listen to the ads again. And he says the usual stuff. Took on this corporation and that whatever this that and won everything. He's the best kind of thing.
They're all the best.
They're all the best. But he says, yeah, I'm the only one that could beat. I'm the only one that will be able to beat Biden or something like that. So, So that's the only one I've seen so far. So we'll see. We'll see where that goes. All right, a little closer to home. You you just. Oh, I do have a note. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. The note that came in 766-1240. All Little League regionals were cut to 4 teams. So this is why, with 6 New England states, we can't have 6 teams. We had to have
Who
4.
else was caught?
Well, Rhode Island and Connecticut went to New York, and New Jersey. They're the 4 teams there.
Oh, that's why Connecticut went to?
Yes, Mass, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. There's another 4 teams. Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, another 4. Then we go like Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Virginia. To say there's another 4 teams. So there you go. So all Little League regionals were cut to 4 teams. This was to cut games down and keep expenses down. So that's why.
So we traveled to New York.
Yes.
How
Yeah.
does that cut expenses?
What's funny is the New England regionals are held in Connecticut, of which Connecticut had to go to New York.
Yeah, right. No, that's
Isn't that odd? I don't know.
yes.
Doesn't.
Yes.
All right. We'll go
Thank
to
you for sharing.
we'll
that
go to
with
Little
us.
League headquarters and straighten them out
Yeah,
for
we
next
should.
year. Okay.
We should. All right.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and Program. More coming your way. You can call in your comments and questions at 401-766-1240. Time for the forecast being brought to you by Unbound.org.
An 80% chance of showers and possibly thunderstorms today. Some storms could produce heavy rain, patchy fog, high of 71. Up to a half an inch of rain is possible today. Tonight, rain continues to taper off and end, otherwise cloudy with a low of 64. Wednesday's weather, It'll be mostly cloudy with a high near 76. Thursday, partial sunshine and 80. Friday looks like a chance of a shower at midday, otherwise partial sunshine with a high of 81. Saturday, sunny and 78. Sunday, it'll be sunny with 84 degrees for a high, and on Monday, mostly sunny and 84 again.
Currently outside the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with cloudy skies, and we got some light rain. We've got 68 degrees.
Let me tell you about these two fantastic breakfast specials going on right now at Champ's Diner. Both specials are good on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday only. Early bird special from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. You can enjoy 2 eggs, home fries, toast, and coffee for just $6.99. Breakfast special number 2 at Champ's Diner is from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Order a breakfast meal over $7.99. You'll receive a free cup of coffee. No substitutions, please. Remember, these specials are good Tuesday through Thursday only at your favorite diner, Champ's Diner, 719 Front Street, Woonsocket.
A girl in Kenya dreams of becoming a doctor. An elder in Guatemala dreams of being part of a community. Reach out and change the world, and it will change your own at unbound.org.
Are you looking for solutions to meet your business banking needs? At Milford Federal, the longest-standing community bank in the area, they offer customized solutions for commercial lending, cash management, online banking, and payment processing services. Their business banking team is committed to the growth and success of your business with local decision-making and a relationship-based approach. Let Milford Federal be your banking partner. Visit them at milfordfederal.com today. Milford Federal Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 465956.
Lou Mandeville here to tell you the only place to get your local high school and college scores, as well as the Pats, Bruins, Celtics, and Sox is on My Morning Sports Reports. And they are right here on ON 1240, Monday through Friday on the Morning Fun Show.
All right, it's Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. We had a couple of notes that were called in during the break, 766-1240. One caller says that Joe Biden did say a lot about Maui's fires, and Linda and I were saying to each other, we didn't hear anything, and Linda says she didn't hear anything. No, Ed, did you hear Biden say anything about the fires in Maui?
Well, I haven't heard him directly speak to it,
Okay.
but I do know that Washington has declared a national disaster area, and,
Okay.
and made money available, and
Okay.
FEMA, and
Yeah,
all this
yeah.
other stuff. So,
Well, that's
You know,
normal. Okay.
the normal stuff that happens, I haven't heard him speak, but I don't listen to the news,
Oh, it's 24 hours.
Constantly.
Yeah. Okay.
especially over the weekend.
So, yeah, it's possible he said it, but I just know he took criticism for a little while for not saying anything. And so maybe that has changed. Okay.
Good.
And back to Little League, the Metro Conference and the New England Conference Regionals were all played in Bristol, Connecticut, according to callers that called in. So I guess that'll cut down on expenses.
Yeah.
We're all playing at one place there in Bristol, Connecticut.
That's right,
So
they did play New York
Okay.
and Connecticut, yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring up, and sometimes what Ballards brings on itself on Block Island brings it on themselves, and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with the fighting and last year, that they brought on themselves. And then they were told they have to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and they all agreed to do it. And then they put up the tiki bars and fences, and they weren't supposed to do that. So they got fined like $50,000 from the Department of Environmental Management. Said you can't do this. And now they didn't bring this on themselves, but it's just that it happened there. So it puts them back in the news. A police officer, an off-duty police officer, I should say, from Hartford, Connecticut, facing sexual assault charge on Block Island. Multiple news reports indicate Justin Damon was arrested for an alleged incident at Ballard's Beach Resort this past weekend. He's a 4-year veteran of the Hartford Police Department. He's been suspended without pay while criminal and internal investigations are carried out. So it's just another black mark, and it's too bad. There's a ton of not a ton, but there's a few bars and restaurants on Block Island.
Yeah, but Ballards is...
Ballards is everybody
Get off
knows.
the boat.
That's what everybody knows. But feel free to go to the Oars. But they don't have music. That is strictly just a bar kind of thing. But it's tough because there's not much else to do on Block Island. There's shopping. There's a few shops right when you get off the ferry. There's restaurants and there's bars, and There you go. That's about it. And then there's hanging out at the beach. That's what you get to do on Block Island. So, but Ballard's is the big one. So a little issue there with the off-duty Hartford police officer. Ballard's just can't get out of its own way sometimes. So closer to home, up here in Woonsocket, yesterday the city of Woonsocket unveiled a new World War II memorial on Victory Day, which was yesterday. The monument at World War II Veterans Memorial Park honors the 106 local veterans who went and fought in World War II, never made it home. 106. Wow.
Yeah, Dave had one of his uncles' name on
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's great that it's on there.
Yeah, it is on there, and actually, one of his cousins went over to England to find if he was buried there, and
Yeah?
they said
Did
no,
they find
you're on the wrong side of the channel. And it was either
He's in
he went to
France?
France and it was
Yeah.
in England, or he
Yeah.
went to England and it was in France, but he did find it, and he brought back a lot of information.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so Dave was there. I was supposed to be there, but I wasn't able to. Dave said it was a very nice ceremony.
Okay. Channel 6 reported there were about 92,000 Rhode Islanders who served in World War II, and nearly 2,200 of them were killed during the war there. So it's nice that the monument is up in honor of the people that never made it home. Also here in Woonsocket, the Woonsocket Cat Sanctuary. You know where that is, over there on Mendon Road?
Yes.
Yeah, it
yes.
got vandalized
I know.
over the weekend. Someone threw a rock through a window around 1 Sunday morning. Not sure how they knew it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe cameras captured it. The good part, no cats were injured, and none of them got away. Maybe that's what they were trying to do, was to release them.
Yeah, but these are domestic cats that need to be cared for.
Well, and I bet, not that I've been there, but I'm going to make it a good assumption here, that inside the cat sanctuary, before the people leave for the day, all the cats are put back in cages. So even if the rock came
Right,
all the way
yeah.
through the window,
Yeah.
the cats can't get out of the cage
Right, yeah.
to go out the window,
Yeah, yeah.
unless they know how to open up the
But
cage door.
Why?
But
I mean, that's just
why?
senseless vandalism.
it is. It
Why?
does seem like senseless vandalism, but no cats were injured, but some computer equipment was damaged.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
this must have been a pretty substantial rock that crashed through the window. So anyone with information about this is asked to contact the Woonsocket police. So some people get bored. So what do we do?
Yeah,
Let's.
yeah.
I bet I can throw a rock through that window. Well, I bet you can't. And so that's what it kind of comes down to, and that's what happened. So
That's crazy.
it is. So I don't know if you remember this story from a couple of weeks back. There was a Santander Bank on Atwells Avenue that was robbed. They got away with quite a substantial amount of money too. But anyway, police say they found $24,000 of it in a storage facility off Mineral Spring Avenue in North Providence. But I think they got away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Wasn't there a thing that they thought it was an inside job?
Yes.
Because they found some money in one
This is
of
the one they had to go in and know the code,
Yeah.
because they were in and out within like 3 or 4 minutes. So that's what it sounds like to be, an inside job. And they said, okay, the Providence police have described the robbery as a sophisticated planned criminal operation. This is another way of nice saying it's an inside job. But no suspects have been arrested, and the investigation continues. Like, I'm sure they want to speak to the owner of the storage unit.
I'm sure.
We found this money in your storage unit. What do you know about it? Well, I'd like to take
Don't know
the.
how it got
I don't know how it got there. let's play.
Not mine.
It's not mine. Do you see my fingerprints on it? No. So, but I'm sure that's where they're going right now. I mean, you can always play not stupid, but you just deny. I don't know how it got there. Yeah, that's mine, and that's mine, and that's mine. I don't know how the money got there. I don't know. I've never rented one of these things, so I don't know
Yeah.
how secure they all are. They say they all are, and only you can get into your storage unit. That's supposed to be the beauty of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone that's ever rented one?
I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, more on that one will be coming out as they talk to the person that owns that particular one. Do you watch that TV show, Storage Wars?
No, I'm
You ever
flipping
see that
through.
one, Ed?
Sometimes I've seen
Once
that.
or twice,
Yeah.
I thought it was a little
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, it is. I
Yeah.
mean, you can tell it's reality TV. I put that in quotes. But all right, we need you to be a character. We need you to be a character, and you to be a character, and you two fight all the time.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, is it scripted? Maybe not, but it seems like. Is it planned? Well, it has to be, because if you were to buy one, because everyone they show on TV, somewhere inside the storage unit, there's always the intricate piece that they always seem to find. That's either worth a lot of money or is really old or something like that. How many storage units do you have to go through that's just full of old clothes
Right.
and albums? And that's it. That's all that's in there, which would make for a very dull show.
Yeah, but all that stuff ends up on a cutting room floor,
Yeah.
Yes.
assuming that it's
Yeah.
legit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder how many openings of the door do they have to go through, where people buy it and pull stuff out, where it's absolutely we can't use any of this for the show. Do they go and have to film six different units before we find something that's really decent? And then the producer say, okay, put it back in,
Yeah.
and now act surprised when you find it again.
Yeah. Well, though, some people do that, though. You know, and some people drive down the road with people that are putting stuff out on the sidewalk and pick it up, you know.
They do.
You know, and what some people's junk is somebody's treasure. Is that how the thing, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. But I've seen that, though. They do get,
I think it's all an act.
oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
You know, I one time I was cleaning out my garage, like old toys that we had for the kids. And we put it out on the front lawn,
Yeah.
you know, and people stopped and say, you know, how much for this? Oh, it's free. You know, take whatever you want. Oh, didn't someone take like 3 different objects?
Yeah.
Said thank you very much, drove away, and then half an hour later, brought something back
Oh, really?
and put it back. I'm like, what?
Say,
are
no,
you,
no,
what are
no,
you?
no, no, you take it, it's yours.
I couldn't get out of the house fast enough
Yeah,
to say no. What are you? And it was one of those hoppy things that the kids would sit on.
Oh, yeah.
Had the round thing they
Yeah,
could hang on to. What
Yeah.
were those called?
Like a rocking horse, kind of.
It was like that, but it was like a big ball.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
sat
oh,
sat
yeah,
on,
yeah.
and just you hopped around on it.
Oh,
And,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
all right, and she picked that up and brought it back. I don't know if she brought it to like her grandchild or whatever and say, "Do you like this? I like that and I like that, but the round thing can go." So she brought it back to us.
She asked for a refund.
Yeah, double. I gave her double, Ed. I said, I've never seen this. Why don't you, if you don't want it, just throw it away.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
took it, so
it's
throw it.
your-
Now
yeah,
you
it's
throw it
your
away.
problem now.
But I wasn't able to get out there and say, hey, what are you doing? All right, that only happened once, by the way. All right, the people that predict hurricanes, NOAA.
Noah.
National Oceanographic something.
Hey.
They have now every year they say this. It's going to be an above normal hurricane season.
Yeah.
I think that if they keep saying it every single year, eventually they're going to be right.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're saying this year. Newly released report: the agency is predicting an above normal season in the Atlantic. Forecasters say the unusually warm ocean temperatures are expected to counterbalance the ongoing El Nino, which is happening over in the Pacific. NOAA's new outlook includes up to 21 named storms and up to 11 hurricanes, with 2 to 5 of those becoming major hurricanes. The 2023 Atlantic hurricane season is in full force right now. Starts July 1st
That's right.
and runs to the beginning of either the beginning or the end of November. I forget which one it is. So we're in hurricane season right now. Usually hurricanes that hit in this general area usually happen September, maybe August. So, but I haven't seen anything out. I haven't seen any. You know, you see meteorologists say, "Well, this is forming off the coast of Africa." We're watching it as it comes across the globe, but nothing just yet.
No.
And then you never can predict where the hurricane's going to go.
Nope.
They can predict how many there might be, but where it heads, nope. Does Aruba get hurricanes, Ed?
They are,
Or do they get typhoons or something anything like
no,
that?
no. They rarely get a hurricane because they're too close to the equator.
Okay, so they
They
can't.
do get one occasionally, but it's not
Is it
usually
strong?
a direct hit. It's
Yeah.
usually in the ocean a bit, so they'll get some effect from it.
Wind and rain and
Yeah.
high surf and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But they don't.
They never get a
generally-
direct hit like Jamaica and Cuba and
No.
all the ones in the Caribbean do.
No.
All right. Very good. Okay, more of the Coffee and program coming your way. You can call in your comments and questions at 766-1240.
You know, when you're paying the right price for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And when it comes to your insurance, there's no one better at getting the right price for your protection than Allstate agents Kara and Celeste Benjamin, because they know when it comes to your bank account, every penny counts towards something bigger, something better. Like a nicer car, that home update you've been dreaming of, or a phone that's fresh out of the box. Those little or big things that we work so hard for. And Kara and Celeste Benjamin want to help you work a little less by getting you the coverage you need and the savings you deserve when you switch to Allstate. Contact Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, 2 locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. 765-5000 for a free quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands. And you're in good hands with Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
At the turn of this century, 27% of people who passed away were cremated. By the year 2020, that figure rose to 56%. The Cremation Association of America projects that by the year 2040, 4 out of 5 Americans will choose cremation over a casket burial. Berarducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center of Woonsocket can answer your questions about the cremation process. Go online to providencecremation.com. Berarducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center on Spring Street, Woonsocket. Let them create the perfect service for your loved one. Berarducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center.
Calling all classmates from Woonsocket High School class of 1978. This is Linda Senecal. We're hoping that you'll help us come and celebrate our 45th class reunion at Bella Restaurant in Burrillville. It's going to be Friday, September 15th from 5 to 10, and we're looking forward to sharing all the old memories and the new memories that we can create. If you have questions or concerns or would like to come, please contact me at 401-766-3134. Hope to see you there.
It is Coffee and on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Ed Carew. And Ed just got notified that the July retail sales.
Yep.
What's the official word?
Up 0.7% versus the 0.4% estimate.
Wow. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm sure it's
I think
impressive.
It's a lot.
It
Almost
is.
double.
When you talk about tenths of a point, though, people go, "Oh, it's not a lot," but it actually is what I'm saying. It is. It actually is a big. It's a big jump up. So, and Ed just got other news. When devastation happens like this, like what's happening in Hawaii, in Lahaina, in Maui, it brings out the worst, and the looters have arrived.
Yep.
And they're, according to Ed, from what he's read, they're stealing gasoline from burnt out cars. Is that what
Yeah.
they're going for?
I guess from vehicles anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they're all burnt out, but I don't know how you do that. You think it would have blown up, but
Yeah.
maybe not.
The only thing I think of is that the gas stations are probably inoperable.
Oh,
They
for
probably
sure, they have
burned.
no power.
Yeah.
No power.
So there's no way to get
Yeah.
gasoline
Yeah.
unless you steal it from other vehicles if they have any.
Mm-hmm.
So, any other word on what they're going for?
It also
Just,
said that investors are calling people and offering to buy their property, what's
Sure.
left of it.
Sure. Carpetbaggers coming in. Yeah. Taking advantage of a bad situation.
Or maybe they're coming in saying, "I'm your savior."
Sure. Sure.
I do wonder what they're offering.
Sure. You've got this beautiful property that's all burnt, but it's right near the ocean.
yeah.
And this is what I'll give you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you $50,000 for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That'll get you back on,
You
on
know,
your feet,
yeah,
won't
right,
it?
exactly. Yeah. No, it's so sad. But I mean, what is there to loot? I mean, you know, I guess there might be some cars that didn't get burnt, and I guess there might be some.
Well, there may be
gas
some
that-
department stores, you know, around somewhere
that aren't totally
that
burnt.
aren't totally burnt out.
Yeah.
You know, who knows?
Yeah.
But that's what happens.
Take
when
advantage
things
of
like
a bad
this.
situation.
You're right.
Human nature.
It's too bad.
It
All
is
right.
too bad.
I find this story a little bit on the amusing side. I don't know if you heard about it, but a New Hampshire woman is suing an Italian marketplace in Boston after she says she slipped on a piece of prosciutto. Am I saying
Prosciutto.
prosciutto? That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yes, I saw that. I said, really?
Did you hear about this, Ed?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Yes.
The accident happened at Eataly, Boston. Now that's the name of the restaurant. Eataly. Isn't that clever?
Yeah.
Eataly, Boston, in October of 2022, almost a year ago. Okay. Alice Cohen of Guilford, New Hampshire, says she slipped on the prosciutto and broke her ankle. So she filed a lawsuit, Suffolk Superior Court, last week. She wants $50,000. All the emotional distress.
Give her a pound of prosciutto and tell her to leave. There you go.
It took a year for her to be that emotionally distressed.
Well, yeah. And, you know, look, it's a year later. I'm still in a cast. My ankle's not right. I don't know. But, you know, it's one of those deals where Italy will say, we take $20,000 and leave us alone. Yes. Okay.
They'll probably
And they'll settle
They'll
at
probably
like that.
Yeah.
Because maybe to this restaurant, $50,000 is not that big in the grand scheme of things. It will just, you know, their lawyers get involved. And
You
let's-
bought a pound of prosciutto lately. It's not cheap.
so, how much is it?
I know it's really up
I
there.
wouldn't be surprised if it's $10 a pound or
At
more.
least.
Is it?
if
Wow,
not-
okay.
Yeah, if not
That's good
more.
stuff.
Yeah, it's
So-
good stuff, yeah.
But what's it doing on the floor? If it was on the floor, was she
It's
behind the counter?
Well,
Was
no,
she...
you know, sometimes, you know, at those delis, though, they slice for you, but they'll give you a
They
a
asked.
sample.
would you like some? Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone took it through and
Yeah.
dropped it.
Well, or it dropped.
Yeah.
Nobody picked it up.
Okay. Do you guys eat this stuff? I don't know. I haven't eaten
It
it.
is. It's
it
very
good?
nice.
Is it,
Really,
is it really tasty?
Good
It's
stuff.
good stuff.
Good
It is,
stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you,
Prosciutto, cup of coal.
Yeah.
all the good Italian meats.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to bring this up once again, just in case anyone has a planned trip to Las Vegas. The Southern Nevada Health District received a complaint about bed bugs at some of the resorts, and not your lesser-known resorts either. 7 of them have the problem: Circus, Caesar's Palace, Planet Hollywood, Palazzo, Tropicana,
Wow, all the big ones.
MGM Grand, and the Sahara.
Wow.
These are the big hotels,
Yeah.
not the Luxor. I noticed that's not in there. So it's thinking people unknowingly brought the bugs in. Could be on infested luggage, clothing, blankets, pillows. I mean, they could be. I mean, they're small. They could be brought in on anything, and tough to stay on top of these little buggers, pun intended. But yeah, seven hotels are on this list. And it's all in the past year and a half. Health inspectors have found bed bugs at the 7 resorts. Tough for them. And now people are going to go. They do the reviews online. You know,
Yep.
the food was good and this was
Yeah.
good, but hey, bed bugs. Written up. Woke up the next morning, bitten all over.
Wow. Not good.
So just in case you're heading out there, that's what's going on out there in Vegas. Maybe you want to change your hotels, but these are the good ones that I got hit with this. So, all right. I have not been to Vegas, by the way. It is on the bucket list to get out there at one
I have no
time.
desire to go there.
All right. It's in the yellow envelope on my desk. All righty. All right. Now, you also need to check your pantry shelves for packages of Nestle Toll House. Product recall. Yep. Nestle's recalling 2 batches of their chocolate chip cookie dough quote, break and bake bar products. The products produced on April 24th and 25th. Now, this is funny. Usually when they do the recalls, there's always, usually there's a chance of listeria,
You're right.
of
yeah.
getting sick, okay?
Not this time.
No.
Not this time.
Not this
No.
time. Presence of wood fragments
wood.
in the cookie dough.
Yeah.
Wood,
saw that
like a
one.
tree fell in the
Wood
batch.
chip, yeah, wood.
I said, that's unbelievable. All right.
They were making them in somebody's garage. Little sawdust.
Specific batch codes can be found on the FDA's website. Customers who have a package included in the recall are advised to return it to point of purchase to get a full refund.
Yeah, I was out splitting firewood, then I went in and made
that-
cookies.
Make cookies,
Yeah, that-
and it fell off the gloves or whatever, and now and you just can't cook wood. That's kind of funny. That one I had never heard of before. We've heard for quite a couple of months now about the big fight between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk.
yeah.
All right, finally, one of them has come out and says, I don't think this is really serious. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't think Elon Musk is actually serious about fighting him inside the octagon. The Meta CEO wrote in a Threads post that, quote, Elon isn't serious and it's time to move on, unquote. He and Musk talked about a cage match, but last week Musk said he's not sure about when it would happen because he may need a minor surgery. Musk teased a potential epic location that he said he settled on with Italian officials and added it would be live streamed on X, which used to be Twitter, and Meta, which used to be Facebook. Why do we keep changing names?
Well, I'm glad
I
to get
would,
that over with.
even if it did take place,
Yeah.
I wouldn't plan on watching it. I certainly wouldn't pay to watch it.
I wouldn't watch it.
Because I just
No
remember
interest in that.
this. Remember, I think Fox put it on maybe 15 years ago, and they called it Celebrity Boxing, and they took like real C-list celebrities and put them in a boxing match and had them fight.
Really?
And yeah, it was like Danny Bonaducci fought like Screech from Saved by the Bell. Yeah, celebrities. Yeah, I know who Danny Bonaducci is, but are these is it Tom Hanks? No, it's not your real A-list. And so, do you remember that Fox did this?
No, I don't.
No, okay.
I
Well, they
missed
did.
that. I missed
And so,
that.
and you
Yeah.
could, and this could be for, this was on free television. You don't have to pay to watch this. And from what I heard, because I didn't want to watch it, the match, these people don't know how to fight. You're not your professional fighters. So the fight consists mostly of people walking around the ring, trying to avoid getting hit.
Yeah.
I said, well, this is dull. And so the same thing would happen with Zuckerberg and Elon, although which one's the black belt?
Zuck.
Is he? Okay, he may be just waiting for his...
Well, yeah, I'm not sure that he's a black belt.
Oh, one's got the karate, right?
Yeah. Musk took karate, and judo, I think, and Zuck is taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu now to try to...
But I don't believe he's a black belt. I think
All right.
he's a brown belt.
So this would be both of them walking around the ring, feeling each other out to see who's going to throw the first punch. Because if you throw the first punch, the thinking is, if I can block it and be out of the way of the first punch and get my punch in, I can knock you out. And that's going to be done.
Well, I don't think Zuckerberg
No?
would be trying to give him a punch. He would jiu-jitsu. He'd be trying to
Just
get
take
him on
him
the
down?
ground, putting him into a submission move.
Oh, all right. I still wouldn't watch it. Just talk about something I got just absolutely no
Who
interest.
cares?
And who cares about these two guys fighting it out?
Oh
So,
my God.
all right. And before we get to run, this probably doesn't surprise you, but Americans are consuming alcohol at a steady rate. Newest poll, Gallup's latest consumption habit poll shows that 62% of Americans said they had occasion to use alcoholic beverages such as liquor, wine, or beer. And that's in line with its findings for more than 8 decades that the company has been tracking the number. It peaked in the late 70s at 71%. Meanwhile, this year, 38% said they do not drink at all, 24% of them saying they don't care for alcohol at all, and for those who do drink, 69% said they drank in the past week and 32% in the past day. And I hate when the doctor asks you that. Do you drink? Well, the answer is yes, and then they jump to, well, how many drinks do you have a day? Well, 0. When I say I drink, I have a drink once a month. I mean, so is that considered having a drink? I don't know.
That
The smoking question is a lot easier.
yeah.
That's just no. But,
Yeah.
but if you have a drink once a month, should you answer yes or no to that question?
On occasion, say yes on occasion.
You just go. Then well, how many
Yeah.
occasions you have? Well, once a day. No, it's not like that. So, all right. I don't know. So, anyway, that's just things that keep me up at night. How do you answer the doctor's questions? So you don't come off sounding
Do you
like a lousy
study
person.
for the test too?
I'm-
Eye
yes,
test and hearing.
yes, the eye
yes.
test. Well, the hearing test.
Blood
boy,
work. Yeah.
I remember those. Remember the hearing test in school that you did in school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, I just shot my hand up at anytime I thought I might have heard something. Because I didn't want to be deemed. Oh, you can't hear. No, I can. I hear everything.
I hear everything, whether it happened or
Happen
not.
or not.
Whether you want to or not.
No, that was from the tone that you heard from earlier. That's still ringing in your
Yeah,
head.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
still hear it though.
I can still.
All right, that does it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in, everyone. Ed Crew, thanks for coming in today.
Always a pleasure.
All right, and Lynn Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have yourself a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Gary Smith and the Crew is coming your way at 9:30 this morning with Do You Remember?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. The city of Woonsocket unveiled a new World War II memorial yesterday on Victory Day. Channel 6 TV News reports the new monument at World War II Veterans Memorial Park honors 106 local veterans who never made it home. There were 92,000 Rhode Islanders who served in the war, and nearly 2,200 of them were killed. The Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum is honoring the known participants of the historic event as the 250th anniversary approaches later this year. Officials say Nicholas Campbell was the first Tea Partier to be